What is going on, guys? Sean Don coming back at you with another technical analysis. Here we have Colin Newman, a Masters competitor from Australia. Competed at his Masters Nationals this past weekend and set some pretty solid personal bests with the hammer. And so yeah, let's get into it. Let's take a look. Solid job turning back on the winds. Nice. Alright, so yeah, I think like through the winds, your winds and your connection at the start of the throw look much better. Turns are a little up and down, but overall, things are definitely looking better. And yeah, like you said, you PR'd, so it's always a good sign. So breaking it down, like I said, the winds are pretty solid. Facing the right side, letting the ball come around you, turning back, keeping your eyes focused on the right. Same thing, extending your arms out. Ball comes around the left. Staying nice and centered, 50-50, right and left. Waiting for the ball to pass. Really good, solid job here. You can see your head still leading a little bit, and your left shoulder is leading a little bit. But this is better than what I've seen in the past. Good job letting the ball pass, waiting for it. Your hands kind of, you see your hands kind of come down and your chest kind of comes down. I would say keep your hips where they're at, keep your hips forwards, keep your chest up, and keep your hands up. Just pushing your hands down a little bit and sitting your hips back, chest coming forward is a little inefficiency. And because of this, you'll see, so your hands and chest come down, your hips go back, and then as the ball goes left, your hips go up, chest comes back. As you can see, it's very subtle here. Your chest comes back, and you kind of pull backwards away from the ball a little bit. And that's kind of, I think, the biggest thing that I see in your throw right now. So hands up, chest up, hips forward. Use this right leg to turn. Yeah, good job turning your right side with the ball. But you can see that this head and this left side is leading, and that's why this hip kind of shifts back. And while you kind of pull back here. You can see as soon as the ball comes through zero, you can see everything rises up through the shoulders, through the hips. This left leg straightens out. You want to stay down, stay one level. You don't want to rise with the ball. As you can see, so like the ball hits its low point, it starts rising, and you start rising as well. And that's kind of, once again, kind of inefficiency in the throw. You can see your right foot pauses, and left foot does all the work for these few frames. Alright, you got to turn this right side into that left side, use the right side to turn the left side, turn with the ball, but that all goes back to the entry and just wait for the ball to pass more. As you can see, like I said, that head, that left side just goes a little bit early. As ball hits about 90, you can see that left foot is turned ahead, eyes are looking towards the sector, right foot is back behind. And you can see you're still lifting a little bit with the arms, with the shoulders. You got to relax and let the ball go long to the left. Feel the ball stretch outwards towards the net. Feel the ball stretch down the right sector line right here. Feel the ball stretch forwards and kind of go with it. Step forwards, hips towards hands, hips towards high point. And then step forwards towards the sector. As you can see, you still have the tendency to kind of come around, step around a good bit. And that's also, that's a result of standing up here. You stand up here, that means it's going to take longer for your foot to get down. You stay down, step forward towards the sector, you'd catch probably like right here as opposed to right there. And you can see, so this is what I'm talking about, this big step around. You over rotate and you step, and your right foot's probably a solid 4, 5, 6 inches ahead of your left. The ball, as your foot comes down, is probably at 290 or so. So what you want to think about is, like I said, stay down that left leg, step forward towards the sector, and keep your hips square to the ball. So as you can see, you're square, and then it's like right about here, you start to turn your hips ahead of the ball, and that's why you sink your hips back, and you over rotate, and you don't catch as early or as deep as you can. So like I said, hips square to the ball, bend your legs. Yeah. And most of these problems, they all kind of feed into each other. So like you catch a little bit late, that left side's going to go more. That left side goes more, you straighten that left leg out more, you rise up more, you catch later. Like I said, it's domino effect, sort of. So you really just got to fix the winds in the entry and fix that first turn. And after that, things should get much easier and much better. But so you catch on this first catch, and you can see, like I said, your hips are just ahead of the ball, and that right leg doesn't do too much. Looks like you come down kind of flat-footed. All right, try to get on the ball, the foot more, and start turning the foot with the hammer a little bit more. As you can see, it's not until about here, after ball's already past 0, that your right foot starts turning. And mostly it's just that left side once again kind of pulling back, up and back, up and back is the tendency. This turn, I mean, the last half of this turn is pretty solid. Like I said, shoulders rise up and back a bit. The lower body's turning with the ball. You just need that earlier in that turn. See, so here, like I said, that left side's super overactive. So you rise up even as you're in single support, you rise up with the ball just slightly. Hips go up, shoulders go up, ball goes up, everything's going up, and you can see you're really up high on this left toe. And then as you come around, same thing, you want to feel the ball stretch left, stretch towards the right sector line, and then you hip towards the ball, hips stay square to the ball, and then you catch. Once again, this rise up and then this drop down here causes you to catch late. So once again, I think if you used more of like an A-skip sort of right knee drive up and over this left leg rather than around it, you kind of got like a discus shot put turn. When you need more of a, obviously, hammer specific turn, like I said, right leg goes up and down over this left leg like a piston, where now you kind of come around and you can see, because you're trying to turn your hips ahead, you come down like a straight-legged, not a very athletic position. You want to be more down into the legs a little bit. Can't really use your right leg too effectively when it's in this straight position with your hips kind of back. You over-rotate, not as bad as the first turn. You reload a little bit more direction. But like I said, your hips are still turned ahead, and you catch the ball at about 270 instead of 290, so that's an improvement. But still, I think you could get your foot down probably like right there. You should be able to put your foot down like right about here within these two frames. But because you get wide and because you come around and because you rise up, catch late. And this ball comes through 0. Pretty solid. Shoulders level, hips level with the ball. But then you see as ball passes 0, so like you had a better early turn, but then after that, that right side really stagnates. You see almost 90 degrees where the right foot doesn't really turn at all with the ball at all. And you can see this left side goes. Left side's doing a lot, doing the most. But this right side, you got to get this right side turning with the ball. You got to get this right knee, right femur kind of turning in line with everything and use it to turn the left side. Use it to open the left side. Don't open the left side independently. And same thing, right leg doesn't do too much, so you're kind of heavy back on this right side. Hips forwards. This is actually a decent position. Minus that left foot opening, this right foot behind, but the hips forward towards the hands, shoulders back, behind the hips are good. And then as you come through, you can still see some residual tightness. That right arm isn't quite straightened out because you're really using that left side too much. And same thing, wide right leg. And then really high up on that toe. Kind of heavy on this right side, same thing, straight right leg, hips back. You catch just about 270. Not the greatest position, like I said, hips back. You need to be bent legs more. Right knee needs to be out over this toe. Right hip needs to be more forwards. If your right hip is more forwards on the catch, it's always going to be much more efficient than the right hip backwards. But then you come through and you can see this, you're a little heavy on that right side because this left side just flops just a tiny bit. You can see here there's like these two frames where it kind of comes off the ground right here. Boom. And then you come through on the finish pretty nicely though. You get your hips through. Pretty balanced. Coming up through, you can see your right foot or left foot kind of pulling back when your hammer is still in your hands. You see you got 3 frames here. The left foot's pulling off. So that means if you just stayed down and bent your legs a little bit more and waited for the hammer to pass, you can see you rise up just a little bit too early. And that's why this left foot comes off before the hammer's even out of your hands. So that's another, 50 centimeters to a meter right there on its own. But overall, I mean, like I said, I think this is a pretty solid throw. From what I've seen you do, that you're making improvements, you're making changes, and obviously paid off. So yeah, lots of stuff that can still be worked on, Colin. But yeah, congrats on the PR. Happy to help you out as always. And yeah, if anybody else out there would like to join SDTC, go sign up. Go to my website, services page. Got 3 different options. Or to get an in-depth technical analysis just like this and start making those technical gains. Set some PRs. All right. That's all I got, though. Thanks for watching, Sean Don. Peace and out.